Good morning, this is Tom Callos. This is the Monday morning meeting for the 100. This morning I want to remind you that it's the little things that are more important than the big things. Sometimes we struggle with the concept of, well, I have so much to do and I'm being pulled in so many directions, and if you get feeling like that, and it's easy to have happen, just simplify things. Remove the unnecessaries. Look at the smallest common denominator. What are you doing with your hours? And look to find balance in your work. Physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual. Yeah, it's not just about work. It's not these gargantuan, drastic efforts that help build your success. It's focusing on balanced habitual behaviors, balanced lifestyles. So every day there's some work time, every day there's some family time, there's training time, eating time, reading time, studying time, thinking time. I'm making some suggestions, and I'll offer them to you here. If I were you and I was a school owner or martial arts teacher, I would spend my first 15 to 30 minutes a day studying, reading, or listening to something like the newspaper or NPR. I like to sit down with a notebook like this, something handy, and make notes about what I have to do and what I'm going to do, what I want to do, things that I want to talk about. This would be things you want to talk about with your staff. Make sure that I'm looking over the week. Can you, on any particular day, move one thing forward or more? Can you move a small project forward? Because it's little steps that make a difference. One thing a day to help somebody on your team. Somebody needs help. They need help with work, or they need help with managing their time, or they need help with creating more free time in their life. They need help in taking care of their children somehow that you could help facilitate. And sometimes those kind of things mean so much more than just money, that you care about somebody enough to take care of the people that help take care of you. On a daily basis, can you do something to reach out to one or more of your students in a way that just being in class and leading people through the training doesn't do as well? There's always something you can do, but you think about that and you make that part of your practice of being an owner or a teacher. Of course, training is a daily part of your routine, so also the best kind of training is varied training. So walking, running, biking, swimming, kicking, punching, sparring, grappling, whatever it is that you do, but making sure that's in part of your schedule. I see far too many black belts who aren't taking care of their bodies, and you don't do any favors for your school when you don't look like a living example of the product that you claim to produce. There's always a way to help somebody in your community a little bit every day. There's somebody who needs help out there. Can you make it a habit to reach out, even if only that much? Just this morning I was helping filmmaker Eureka Romer just bounce around ideas about how to talk about Sensei Fukuda's 10th Dan that she just got. You can see the work Eureka's doing on a video on YouTube called Be Strong, Be Gentle, Be Beautiful. Blogger that I met recently, Zen Habits, and Danny Sickens just the other day forwarded me a great blog that was on Zen Habits about simplification, about reducing, simplifying. There's something you can do in your schedule every day to simplify your life and not make it more complex. There's probably a way every day that you can engage your community in a meaningful way. Your community has needs. You're part of the team of people, the village that helps solve those problems. Is there a way for you to reach out to something or someone in your community? And instead of thinking about doing that on a grand scale, doing some giant fundraiser at the end of the year, it's probably something really small you could do today. And all of these activities, whether it's taking care of yourself or someone on your team or your family, or simplifying your life in some way, or reaching out to someone in the community or something, all these things are a brilliant form of marketing, because you meet people and you teach lessons and you serve as an example. That's the kind of marketing we want to do. And then probably the best advice that I can give you today is to take some time to confer every day with 1 to 5 of your favorite mentors, whether you know them in person, whether you talk to them on email, or whether you read about them or listen to them. This is a very important part of your training as a master teacher. You know, spending 16 hours a day marketing, and not, taking it the other way and making sure that you're elevating your thinking, that's not good business at all. So the 100 is a tool, and in this tool, you have the ability to ask a question. You have the ability to even express frustration, because in many ways that's asking a question, like, how do I solve this problem? You need to use that tool, and you need to train your staff to look to the 100 as a resource, because it's one of the least expensive but most powerful resources you have available to you. I'm inviting you to participate on the 100 site and to make sure that you're paying attention to what other people are writing the way you'd want them to pay attention to what you're writing. Pay attention to the problems you're having and ask a solution. Ask for a solution even if you think you know the answer, because sometimes that's part of the process of coming up with the best possible solution long term. And sometimes the greatest gift you can give to your team is to talk about your own journey, because in that process sometimes you help somebody else with a problem that they couldn't articulate. So this has been your Monday morning meeting. I'm available to you just about 24/7, so make sure you take advantage of it, and I'll talk to you next week.